gonna be making farmer's cheese today, and I'll tell you how to make it in this video. I'm gonna try to see if I can get it right this time. Last time I was trying to make a video how to make it, but I made a mistake and I had those little. I'm just barely learning how to make this video, so we're gonna make farmer's cheese with just 3 ingredients. I have goat milk, apple cider vinegar, and salt. That's all. I have here. I have a gallon and a half of goat's milk. I have 3/4 of a cup of apple cider vinegar. It's basically 1/4 of a cup per each half a gallon. So I have 3 half a gallon jars of goat's milk. So 3/4 of a cup of apple cider vinegar. And I have some salt. I'm gonna add about 2 teaspoons of salt, but this is more like to taste. You can add the salt and then try it, see if you want and you like it. If you like it saltier, you can add more salt, or if you you don't even have to put any salt if you're gonna. I've made this farmer cheese with caramel. So instead of adding the salt, I just add the caramel. Maybe I can make a video later of how I make that. But this cheese, you can also add some herbs to it, and it's very mild cheese, and it can be made either sweet or salty. But the one I'm making today is just salty. It's just with vinegar, salt, and the milk. Just 3 ingredients. So I'm gonna pour my milk in the pot and get it on the fire so it starts heating up. I have my pot here. Gonna be pouring my milk. See if you can see. Okay, that's 1 gallon. That's half a gallon more. Okay, now I'm just going to wait for the milk to heat up. It has to be about 190 degrees. I have my thermometer here, my cheese thermometer. I'm gonna put it on the pot. Okay. I have made this kind of cheese several times now that I usually don't use the thermometer anymore. I just check the temperature. You can tell when it's the milk it's about to boil. When it's to boiling point is the right temperature to add your vinegar. But that's if you don't have a thermometer. You can do that. Also watch it and when you see that it's about to boil, you can add the vinegar, or your thermometer. Wait until it reads 190 degrees. That's when you add your vinegar. Well, I'm going to wait for this one for the milk to come to heat. I have a very good fire going now, so that should. Let's see. You can see the fire. It's just gonna wait for the milk to reach the right temperature and then add the vinegar. So the milk heats up. I'm gonna show you another different containers that we need. I'm gonna use this this deep bowl to catch the whey, and I like to use this as just one of those canner pot that goes inside counter pot for water bath counting. I'm just gonna put it here to hold this strainer so it doesn't, so it keeps it from sinking on the way. And I'm going to put my cheesecloth over it. Here I have it ready now. See it that way. The whey can strain through it, and this keeps off the bottom of the container, so I catch strains without without swimming in the whey. Okay, so I'm gonna check the temperature of the. It's almost there. Okay, the milk has reached its temperature. I don't know if you can see here. It's at about 190 degrees. You can see the milk. It's not boiling, but about to boil. So that's when I'm going to add my the vinegar and start making the cheese. So now if you can see hard to see with the steam. Anyway, that's ready. Okay, so I have my 1.5 gallons of goat milk. I have my 3/4 cup of vinegar and my spatula. I'm gonna slowly pour it and stir it. And once you have add your vinegar, you can just remove your pot from the heat. And I'll show you. Let's see if I can get a good. The cheese curds should form right away. As you add the vinegar, I don't know if you can see it here, curdy. See how the whey has separated almost instantly from the. Sorry, I can appreciate the curds, the milk. So just I'm gonna let it set. I'm going to let it set for a couple of minutes, and just not even 2 minutes, just about a minute. While I get my strainer and my cheesecloth here, and so I can strain it. Okay, have it here. It's all ready. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna pour it and strain it. So the curds, there they go. See how clear the whey is? I got all the nice cheese curd. So I'm just gonna let it here strain for a little bit. You see the cheese is starting to form because it still has a lot of whey here. And this is as easy as that. Just heat up some milk, add some vinegar, and you have cheese. And now You can either add salt or sweeten this kind of cheese. You can, like I said, you can be just plain cheese. You can add herbs. You can add like caramel, like I do. Anything you would like to add to this cheese. Okay. Now I'm going to strain some of the, try to squish some of the whey out because it's very hot. But I'm very used to handling hot stuff. You know, I cook in a wood stove, so sometimes I'm even picking up coals, burning coals to fall on the floor. Yeah, I do that. I burn my hands. I have very calluses, lots of calluses. But you don't have to do. You don't have to do this. You can either just hang it. You can see you hang it in a place to just slowly drain. Let it drain for about 30 minutes before you can add the salt. But I'm just gonna squish with my hands slowly. Squish most of the way so I can add the salt. Like I said, it's hot because it was almost boiling, but I really don't mind it. It's cold outside, so this is a perfect thing to do when it's cold. And I'm just so warm and toasty here by the wood stove, and outside is rainy and cold and gray. But this is the beauty of a wood stove. It warms you up, and I cannot even, yeah. So, you see, it's almost all out. Gonna get a different bowl to put it in, so this has a lot of weight. And I have another one too. Just a shallow bowl to switch it from there. See my cheese. I have lots of this nice, beautiful whey, and you can use the whey for many things. Of course, if you have pigs, they will like it, really like the chickens. And I tried to make soup with it one time, but it didn't work because it has vinegar, so the soup was kind of too too tart for us. So what I do now with the whey, I like to make pineapple juice. Just the whey and blend a can of pineapple chunks. Just blend it together, the whey with the pineapple, and it tastes very good. I like to keep it in the refrigerator, and when I'm out working in the garden, have a nice glass of the whey. You know, it has a lot of nutrition. And it's nice, it's sweet and a little bit tart, and very refreshing for those kind of days. I'm just gonna let the whey cool down, and we have our cheese here. I switch it to this. Now I can press. I can press a little bit against that. So now that I have, you see, it's not dripping as much. It's just a little bit. So this is the ideal consistency to add the salt before the cheese ball forms, because I don't want to disturb it when it's already setting, when the cheese is setting. So you can see the bowl of cheese. I'm gonna add the salt. To add the salt, I'm gonna try to just break it, and then it looks beautiful right now. The way it is, but I need to add the salt, so I'm just gonna break it up a little bit to add like I said, I'm adding 2 teaspoons of salt. You can add them in and then try it. Try to see if you that's the way you like your cheese to be, because the more salt, the longer it will keep. But we're planning to eat this right away, some today and some tomorrow, so it will keep in the refrigerator for about 2 weeks. You can also freeze it. I really don't like when you freeze it and then it comes all just very crumbly, it's not, doesn't look like cheese much, but it is good for making conchiki of donut holes that way. But see, I'm mixing it, make sure the salt gets well incorporated. Now of course I'll try it and see if it's hot still. Mm-hmm. Okay, if you're afraid it will be 2 teaspoons will be too much, I'll add it the salt a little by little. Just add 1 teaspoon, mix it and try it. And you think it needs more, but it has to mix it real well, because yeah, it's evenly. Yeah, I think 2 teaspoons of salt is a little probably close to making it salty, because of course, like I said, salty cheese keeps longer. But if you don't want to risk making it salty, just add the salt little by little. Okay, so now I added the salt. Now I am going to form the cheese ball. I'm gonna squeeze it some more. Look at that, because the salt helps it lose more weight faster. See, it wasn't, and it's not as hot anymore, so I can press harder and longer. I have, like I said, if you want to, you can just hang this and let it hanging for like about 30 minutes, and then you come and you add your salt, and then you can hang it for another hour. But I'm not a very patient person when it comes to making things. So there you go. I add this, and some of the way mix it with the other one. Now that I squished most of it, I have my bowl of cheese. I just put it in the same strainer and put it here. Press a little bit so that will form our, and I just leave it like this, so you can put something heavy over it. I have this teapot in it, just so it forms the, yes, the teapot has tea inside, so it's heavy, so I can just put, it's like a cheese presser. I don't have a cheese presser, so this is a redneck of making cheese. So I just leave it here for about 5 minutes, and the cheese will be nice and formed. Okay, so 5 minutes have passed since I left my bowl of cheese here draining some more and letting to get a little firmer. Then I'm just going to put it in my plate. And rub it. Okay. And this is the, see, the light's kind of too bright on it. this is how I make farmer's cheese. It's pretty easy to make and really good. I remember when my mom used to make cheese, she made it with cow's milk, and it was so good. I would like to eat it fresh and just right after she added the salt and good. Yeah, it's just the right amount of salt. I thought for a moment.